Yo guys, Anboni here, and I want to do a bit more of those arena commentary thingies. I feel like they're actually helping me a lot, as well as hopefully helping some of you guys out. So I've decided to make some sort of series, I guess. It's gonna be most likely just one game at a time, and I'm gonna try to analyze it as much as I can and as good as I can. And yeah, I don't know how to call these series or whatever. It's just, I don't know. Let's do this. So in this game, we're playing the same comp as I always play, apparently, which is guard comp with an arcane mage or shatter play, or basically arcane mage, shadow priest, and a holy paladin, and we're fighting a RMD. So right off the bat, of course, I'll be the target for the RMD. They always go for me. Pretty much, I think almost every team with the rogue goes for me, except for maybe Thug Cleave. But yeah, I'm usually the target against everything. So I'm gonna get sapped here, and I'm gonna be taking a hell of a lot of damage. F does find the rogue and it breaks his stealth. However, it's not gonna make a huge difference for him since he's combat and can just open with a full kidney shot and his like shadow clone thing and all of his offensive cooldowns. And I'm in for a world of pain. And I only have time for one global in between CCs, and that's a power word shield. And also I start moving towards Ellie slowly, so that if the mage decides to use Ice Nova, he will break the CC on him, hopefully. The rogue cloaks here offensively, and I think he also used Killing Spree because I was dipping so low, and that was definitely a mistake on the rogue's part, because right now in 6.1 you're immune to CC while you're killing spreeing, so you don't need to cloak as well. And right here I mass dispelled the Cyclone on Ali. I was actually gonna mass dispel the Polymorph, I think, but he gets Polymorphed and Cyclone, so I just dispelled the Cyclone instead. You can dispel Cyclones if you have the mass dispel glyph. It allows you to dispel Cyclones, Bubbles, and Ice Blocks. And right here I decided to Spectral Geist to avoid more damage. And here F gets a polymorph on the rogue, so I can finally start playing the game and go offensive. And my priority here is to do Mind Blast, so I Mind Blast the mage, and then I start dotting him and his pet. And I like dotting pets when there's nothing else really to do, because you can actually kill mage pets with just dots, and also you get more procs, more Mind Spike procs. So Ali goes for a Hodge on the enemy healer, while the rogue gets re-polyed. And since the enemy druid is in travel form, I go Fear him right out of the Hodge, since, you know, mages can't polymorph them if they're in an animal form, I guess. So right out of the Fear, I do manage to squeeze in the third Mind Blast before going for a Horror Shadow Fiend on the mage. That was kind of risky because he could have line of sight me there, but I do manage to squeeze it in. And F also pops his crystal and all his arcane shenanigans and just forces the mage to ice block immediately. I silence the druid here right out of the Fear because he's still in travel form and cannot be polymorphed. And since the rogue had no kick, I do get the mass dispel on the ice block as well. The rogue could have gouged me here, or maybe even kidney shotted, or in a horrible scenario even vanished chip shot, but that would have been kind of much because he already vanished once. So he should have gouged me here instead. And also, if you take a look over here, Ali decided to bop himself when he got blinded, just to stay offensive since we had so much pressure. And also he decides to bop me right here for the same reason, just to stay offensive, since we got the mage's block and he's so low. And that's actually a really good bop for him, and you know, it actually blocks a full kidney shot. But either way, F gets a Pom Poly on the druid, and that is a guaranteed trinket on the druid because the mage was dipping so low. The druid uses his NS and tops the mage off, and the game is basically more or less reset, more in our favor because they actually have no more, the druid has no more trinket now, and that's the big difference. And also we got the block. Also notice how F cycles polymorphs between the rogue and the druid all the time. When one of them becomes immune. That way he can stay offensive when we have to, and also peel for us with polymorph. So he polymorphs the rogue here, and I let him know that my Fear is almost back up. So Ali goes for the Hodge on the druid to lock him in place so I can go for a Fear. And, you know, the rogue decides to shadow step next to me, and I get the fear on both the druid and the rogue. So things are getting pretty scary for the enemy mage right now. However, he does manage to line of sight us. He does a really good job there, and I just managed to finish off his pet there, and I get another orb. And I choose not to follow the mage there because, one, we couldn't have killed him anyway because the druid had, you know, we had no more CC for the druid, and plus I would have been in out of line of sight for, basically I would be losing my partners, so they could have easily forced a lot of cooldowns if you know, if I was out of position there. So instead we just swap to the rogue because he's right in the open, and the rogue decides to cloak here because I guess he thought the druid was far away healing the mage. And F immediately calls for it, so we now have the rogue as the main target because the rogue also trinketed my fear. So the next time we go for the CC chain, you know, all we have to do now is wait for someone to initiate CC on the druid and we can basically blow up the rogue. So really all I'm trying to do now is just make sure I have 5 orbs when we go for the kill. And that's about it. I'm just waiting for the CC to start on the druid, and if nothing's gonna happen, then I'm just going to fear either the DPS to force the druid to dispel someone and therefore go caster, and maybe F can pump poly him, or I can just go and try fear the druid, but that's a little bit harder since I'm getting trained by a rogue. And you know, eventually F finally lands a sheep, and I get a double fear on the DPS, so they're all stuck in CC, you know, that's cross CC. And more importantly, the rogue and the druid have no more trinkets, so we can just have our way. And sure enough, we just dump all our damage. Even Ellie starts denouncing, and the enemy mage, they've trinketed here, and that's a really big mistake. He could have probably saved them. I mean, he could have definitely saved the rogue there. He should have trinketed and started polymorphing me or F, or counterspelling us in our casts. I guess F, because I don't cast anything when I do damage. But I guess he was kind of scared of trinketing, not offensively, but you know, if he himself wasn't in danger, just because we trained him in the beginning so hard. But that was definitely a mistake on the mage's part, because I mean, they were dead there for sure. And that's it, really, you know. So I'm gonna play the same game for you now in normal speed with the Skype commentary and everything. But yeah, that's about it for now. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!
That's how I get the clone. Otherwise I would
They polish me, then deep sheep you.
If he casts the clone on my face, I can just rebuke him. If nothing's on me.
Stopped. They're right here. Oh, nice, that's good.
Come on.
Okay.
Can you kill Rogue's Shadow? It's got 60k HP. Yeah, no, I'll grip you in there. I can't actually. Oh, he vanished as well. I'm sitting right next to you, so... Oh my god, am I gonna die?
Wolf Rogue.
Okay.
Cloaks.
MDU.
Wolf Rogue. Pulling a Rogue now. More clone. Wolf Rogue again.
I can go ham, He blinked.
Can you shoot him?
What?
I can fear it, yeah.
Cool.
GH. Yeah.
Silence off.
Okay.
I'm bopping the blind off myself.
No kick,
Getting Rogue.
Oh, kill mage.
Oh, full pulling.
Drink
to that.
That's really good.
Wanna pulley? Wanna pulley? What's pulley? Wolf Rogue now.
Spawning Giver.
We got fear back in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that field druid.
I
as well.
should.
Nice, I can fear off maybe.
Pulley's full.
I can get.
Yeah, I can fear off. Rogue as well.
Pulley again.
Can't get the other.
What if you root and suck?
Kill the
Give
mage.
freedom, too.
Thank you.
Getting Rogue.
Keeping.
Okay.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
I'm not going there.
Keeping him in combat.
See, I'm learning.
Good job.
I'm so happy.
No trinket, no cloak.
Oh, that's good. We need something
We
in
can go
druid.
on him. We can actually kill him.
Yeah. If you can get the sheep, we can go rogue. Okay?
Yeah, sack.
I'm on you, man.
Nice.
Gang
Clone
pallet.
again.
I'm sitting on you, so you can't really.
Clone again.
I'll trinket the next
Almost
thing.
in.
Trinket one.
Am I okay?
Almost maybe now. I can't get the pulley, dude.
Okay, I'll free DPS then.
Maybe pulley.
Free DPS.
Got a full.
Yeah, go now.
R.
Hold out. Yeah, I did. Let's see those denounces.
One off again. Pull it.
Nice.
Kill. Nice. So good.
That was really good, yeah.
Why did he even cloak?
That was textbook. I don't know. Offensively, maybe.
Ace.